This is a short lesson on pronouns as subjects and pronouns as objects. If you were in class when we discussed this, this is what I spent some time talking about, using a pen, giving a pen to someone, and having them give it back. This is the formal lesson. Subjects are things that do action, and objects are things that receive action. And notice that I've listed all of the subject pronouns here and all of the object pronouns here. So if we're thinking in terms of the direction of the object, if the pronoun is a subject, it is the one directing the action. So, for example here, I threw the ball. The thing doing the throwing is I, so I is the subject. You fell down. Who did the falling? You did the falling. So you are the subject. She and I ran away. Who did the running? She and I. Now here is a situation where you folks make a fair amount of errors, at least in your speaking, where you say, my dad and me are going to the game. It should be my dad and I are going to the game. That will probably become clearer later on. But notice that all of these pronouns are doing something, makes them the subject. If we go down, object pronouns are those things that receive the action. So if Bob gave me the ball, I am receiving the giving, and so I am the object. And here is where the me is appropriate. You wouldn't say Bob gave I the ball, you would say Bob gave me the ball. Debbie looked at you. You are the receiver of the look, and so you are the object. Mr. Jones handed her the assignment. So Mr. Jones apparently gave an assignment to a girl in class, and so she was the object of the action. Now here's where some confusion occurs sometimes when you have multiple nouns, multiple pronouns, and I'm hoping that this will clarify it, and I'll get into the pen example as well. Bob and I went to the game. Notice that I, along with Bob, is doing something. Whoops, should be. Notice that I, along with Bob, is doing. That I, along with Bob, am doing something. So that's what that sentence should look like. So I am the subject. Bob is the subject. We went to the game. And again, here is where you might make the mistake of saying Bob and me went to the game, or Bob and me will go to the game. It should be I there. Here we have she and I work together. Both she and I are doing something. Okay, so again, again, they are subjects, they're doing something. Then you use she and I. Frank gave him and me apples. Now this is one from the practice test we took. Notice that if Frank was giving out apples, Frank might give him apples. Frank might give me apples, and since he gave them to both of us, we would say Frank gave him and me apples. Notice that both him and me are receiving something, or are receiving the giving. When taking the test, if you end up confused about this, use the pen example that I used in class. So for example, if I had a pen and I wanted to give it to a female student, I might say I gave the pen to her. I certainly would not say I gave the pen to she, or would I say me give the pen to her. It's I, the subject, gave the pen to her, object. And here he gave the pen to him and me, very similar to this sentence up here. A student gave a pen to another student and gave the pen to me. He would not give the pen to he or to I. He wouldn't say he gave the pen to I, or he gave the pen to he. Or would we say him gave the pen to him and me? They won't make sense. Make sure that you have your subjects in the right spot. So if you're given a pronoun choice, try plugging them into a sentence involving giving a pen. I think you will find that is helpful. And again, make sure that you're looking at the direction of the action. The thing taking the action is a subject and would be these pronouns. The thing receiving the action would be these pronouns, and they are the objects. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.